Hey there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter, and I'm going to show you how to make these cheerful cherry earrings today, and they're so easy. What you're going to need is some head pins, jump rings, ear fish hooks, and some beads. I'm going to show you how to make this larger pair first because it's a lot quicker. So basically what you want to do is take a head pin, and you're going to slide a large round bead on it. Now I want to show you these beads. I got these for $1 a strand at Fire Mountain in their clearance sale bin, but if you can look here, I don't know if you can really see that on the video or not, but this hole on this bead is way bigger, almost twice as big as that. So you'll need to kind of go through and look and make sure that you have beads with a small hole, otherwise they will slide off the head pin. So see how that's going to stay on there really good? That large hole one would have slid right off. You also have to make sure that your head pin is straight. This is a 2-inch head pin because you need to slide on these bugle beads. And also if your hole is too big, the bugle beads will actually slide right through the middle of the bead. So you'd need to put an extra one on if that was the case. So that's the only tricky part with these earrings, because you do need to make sure that that your head pins are straight and they're skinny enough for the beads to go on, but you have a big enough head on the bottom that the big bead doesn't fall off. Alright, so then after you have those 3 beads strung on, you'll see that you have about a 1/2 of an inch left of your 2-inch head pin. So what you're going to do is go in there and trim off a little bit, so you have about a 1/4 of an inch left to make a simple loop. So can you see that? I'm trimming it so I've got a 1/4 of an inch left. Alright, actually I'm going to trim, that's a little long. There we go. And then, because I want to be very careful that I don't break the bugle beads, they're very delicate, I'm going to start at the end, and I'm going to, with the tip of my pliers, just wrap a loop. And let me see how close I can get there, and hopefully you can see that. I'm just wrapping a very simple loop right around the tip of my pin, like that. And you're going to see that it's a little off-centered, but I'm going to show you how to fix that. Alright, because usually I put like a 90-degree angle at the beginning. So what I'm going to do is just twist it back and flatten it out with the flat part of my multi-purpose pliers. So there, I'm left with this. Okay, so now I'm going to take a jump ring, because I've already done the other one just like that, so I've got 2 there. I'm going to take a jump ring and open it up. And use your pliers when you open this up, or a jump ring opener if you have one. Don't pull it apart like a U, you got to twist it. So I take half with one plier, half with another plier, and I just twist it to open. Whoops, it's kind of hard to maneuver them. Sometimes they want to slip out of your grasp, but yeah, like they are right now. But you're just going to give them a twist, and you're going to open it up so you can see. You're not pulling it apart like a U. You're kind of pulling it apart so that it's like a C. If I twist it at different angles, you're going to see that it's just opened up. I realize it's hard to see, but don't make it into a U. You're just kind of pulling them apart, not opening them. And then I'm going to slide on a little leaf bead. This is just a little plastic leaf that I raided from my daughter's bead stash because I didn't have any leaf beads. And I'm going to put on those 2 head pins that I strung. You want to make sure when you make your loops here that you keep them closed as much as you can so that they won't slide off. And then I'm going to put on a fish hook here. And then I'm going to use my pliers to twist it back closed. And then I look at it from all angles to make sure I really did close that gap. Sometimes I need to go in and smush it with the flat part of the plier. I like these 3-in-1 pliers because you don't need to have a separate wire cutter in most cases. There we go. So there is our cherry earring. Now, I'm going to give you a little piece of friendly advice here. Buy 2-inch head pins because they're very easy to work with, even if you're going to make a shorter pair of earrings like the cherry earrings I made here. But I did happen to buy a bunch of 1-inch head pins because I got a really good deal, but then I realized that I really shouldn't have bought them. But I'm going to show you how to do these with seed beads and a 1-inch head pin as well, in case you were in the same situation. So I got these pearls for 40 cents a strand on sale at Michael's, and normally 99 cents a strand, which I thought was a heck of a deal. And I'm going to take some seed beads, which I keep them stored in these little Tic Tac containers. I actually bought these in a kit here from Joann's that had 24 little Tic Tac containers of seed beads on sale for like $6. So That's the regular 10. That's a great way to get started with some seed beads. Although I will tell you, the seed beads from the craft store tend to be less uniform than if you were to buy them at like a Fire Mountain Gems. Fire Mountain Gems quality is a lot better and usually a lot cheaper, but I figured for this little assortment, for as much as I use seed beads, it was going to be fine. And I'm just picking up seed beads and sliding them on until I have a quarter of an inch left. I'm not going to have to trim this head pin. I'm just going to keep adding the seed beads till it's a quarter of an inch left. About right there. I use these little tiny dessert spoons to scoop my beads back in my container when I'm done, but I'll do that later because that's not really great video. Alright, again, I'm going to grasp the tip of that head pin with the tip of my pliers because I want the smallest loop possible, and I'm just going to roll it. Roll, roll, roll. There we go, rolling it down, and since it's off center now, if I show you there, you can probably see that my loop's off centered. I'm just going to put my plier right back in and twist it back so that my loop is on top of my strand there. And I might need to play with it a teeny bit just to work it back and forth until I'm happy with the way the loop is setting. Honestly though, it's one of those things where it might bug me, but most people, they're not going to care. You're not really going to even see that loop after you put the leaf bead on there, but still, I like to make sure that it's done right. Alright, so now we've got these two pieces here. Both pieces are done exactly the same. I'm going to grab the jump ring like I did before, but I'm using a smaller one here. I'm not exactly sure what millimeter it is. Probably a 4 or a 6. Probably a 6 actually. Just open it up. I should have a jump ring opener actually looks like a little ring you wear, and it's got slots in it that you can just kind of slide your jump ring in and give it a twist, and it's a lot easier than this, and I don't know why I didn't waltz across the craft room and grab it. There we go. So I've opened it up. I've got a little gap there. I'm going to put on my leaf, which I have got to go get because I didn't grab an extra one. Let me pause it. I'll be right back with you. Ha! Just raided the girls' bead box again. I've got my little leaf plastic bead. It was from a Joann's kit that was like 99 cents. It had like stuff to make a bunch of stretch bracelets and these little plastic beads. And I thought these leaves were really cute in there. Hope I opened it up enough. I'm going to open that up just a touch more. Let me show you that jump ring opener while I'm at it. Might as well. I've been talking about it so much. It's right here. Okay, so it's basically a ring that's got some slots in it, and I can pick up the jump ring with my pliers, and I can just slide it in the slot. See, this is so much easier. Slide it in the slot that corresponds, and give it a little twist to open it. Or shoot my jump ring across the room, one or the other. Honest to goodness. See, this is crafting real life. I'm sure I've lost most of my audience by now, but that's alright. At least they saw the first way to make the jump ring. Okay, there we go. So that's open. We're cooking with grease now. I'm going to put the leaf bead on there. It doesn't matter which way you put it on, really. These earrings can be seen from all angles, and they're gorgeous. One strand, one head pin that I made, and the other one. And then I'm going to put on my earring finding here. And then I'm going to close it back up, and I can do that as well with my jump ring opener by sliding it in the slot and giving it a twist. Closed again. That looks pretty good on the first try, but if I need to go in there and tighten it up a bit, I can do that with my pliers. I'm just going to give it a little pinch there to make sure they meet really well, and they do. And there we go. There's our other earring. I think I like these smaller ones better than the larger ones now that I see them all made. And certainly it's a lot easier to find beads that will, seed beads that will slide on rather than bugle beads. So there you go. Very easy way to make some earrings. Yeah, these are really quite gaudy now that I look at them, and quite a bit heavier. But there you go. You know, experiment with what you have, and you're going to come up with some really cute earrings as well. Oh, look, I can show you my mistake here. Look at that. This bead hole was too big, and look, that bead slid right down the middle. Can you see that? That bugle bead slid right into that. So I guess I'll be taking these apart and redoing them. But anyway, there you go. There you have it. Thank you so much for watching. Make yourself a pair of cheerful cherry earrings. You'll be so glad you did. Till next time, happy crafting.